They're going to hold off against the short. Cloud moving on in, looks for the early shots, finds a very solid pick over onto David P, falls back to the team. Doesn't want to give ground, they shut the door. Force the sound cues to come through. At the moment, Vodafone Giants looking pretty shaky on this retake to start off, but it's still a pistol round. Anything can happen. As they dash on in. Fidinho first up to bat into the Cloud burst with the tailwind as Cloud finds yet another. They only find 1 and 2 fall. Now it's just Meadow on this Cypher to try and challenge. Will find Arch, 73 HP, and the time is ticking away, but the timer will not end the round. Instead, it's Dinks with the headshot on the Ghost. Coming through with a moment, Vodafone Giants. They're not going to give an inch either. NaVi holds for the first face. David P is there. Corner is checked, but David P better on the day. And SSK is going to fall. 3 players now standing for NaVi.
30 seconds left.
Vodafone Giants with 30 seconds left, looking good on this defense to come back after the bonus.
I mean, there isn't really a direct route in that's obvious here for NaVi to take, especially not now that Dinks has been brought down, leaving just 2 of them. They've held on to them for a couple of rounds now, so at least that's good going forward. They actually can distribute the money that they do get elsewhere, help buy up for the other players. Early recon dart out, doesn't actually see anything. I don't know if SSK is going to know that David P is right around the corner. He can get one of them, but Ambi's there to trade. And that wasn't what NaVi were looking for as Vodafone continued to clean up, and there's just 2 players of NaVi left already.
Meadow doing work in the mid with that Cypher, trying to open it up, control the ground, and shut any hopes of NaVi getting back into this round down.
Dino trying to check these corners. Cloud as well. These are the same 2 players, by the way, who survived out the last round. Everybody else, like, losing those weapons, losing that money for the team. He gets the kill, but he can't quite land the second one onto
30 seconds
Fidinho.
left.
Leaves Cloud on his own. He can collect the spike. But again, it's all about the face checking here.
Moving for more. Fidinho around the corner. Holds his nerve. Gets the headshot. Now it's even Stevens on the scoreline. 2 and 2. On to 1. And NaVi do take the site, but the retake looking pretty strong. Look at the flank coming through. And they're checking the angle. The Cosmic Divide's there, looking for the retake. Dino is scouted out. Perhaps they have a read on that one, but goodness me. NaVi going to be unhappy to have that flank taken down. Now 3 players moving in from A main, trying to swing on it. The owl drone's there. Cloud holding towards the winery, and he's just going to get scouted out as well. Pushed out of the corner and taken down by the shock dart. It's only 2 players left. SSK and Dinks trying to hold it. Fidinho up close and personal. End of the barrel down his throat. Going to blow him out. And we'll start to pull on through. The rest of the squad comes back in, and it's the Vodafone Giants to get the retake. The defuse comes out. And it hasn't really come up smelling a mint just yet. NaVi able to go 1 for 1 so far on the trade, but Meadow holds face against the second 2. Arch finally taken down, but the damage is done. 2 players standing. The res is invested here. NaVi don't want to let it go. Fidinho nearly lands the flick shot there. Always on the ball. This guy with an operator on the jet is just nutty. And that's what you want to see from Ascent. The jet.
Spike planted.
Been healed up as well by Hoodie, so he's going to be coming into this next fight nice and strong. These players from NaVi have got to look at all these different angles with Cloud removed. That also makes it so much easier for Vodafone to clear up.
Has a tough time moving any further. Fidinho refaces onto the corner and misses the shot. Actually goes down to the spray, but Hoodie's there for the backup. That's the spike. 14 seconds left. Drops the Lear, and SSK will be able to finally get some frags on the board. Hoodie not going to be able to stop that one going in, but out comes the Hunter's Fury. There comes the tags. Needs to try and tag it towards the spike going down, but doesn't actually manage to land any damage. 2 versus 3. With the off angle held by Cloud. I wonder if they're going to check the angle. No. David P swings out backwards. And that's not going to do well for the health bar. 2 versus 2 now. As SSK and Cloud are there. They have got that Hunter's Fury. Just keep Cloud safe. Try and buy some time with SSK. You might just be able to get around on the board. I'm going to slow it down.
It's not the first time that we've seen a recon dart be missed, but Cloud gets the kill onto Ambi. It's leaving just Meadow here, John.
There's not too much more to do. Trying to hold for those pushes as well. Tagging the spike yet again. And SSK able to fade away. Beautifully held there, I have to say, from NaVi to give them the slip. They lost too early, but with the presence they were able to find with that push up towards connector, you can rack up plenty more in this half. It's certainly not a terrible start, and now they're back into sort of some economic strength. But if you're going to lose players like to a sneaky position from David P, might be a little bit harder. Meadows there, finds one more. And Hoodie gets yet another. 2 now left standing. Coming in for NaVi. So they try and move all the way up to site. They have got there, but they're trapped underneath. And they are completely surrounded. There's no way they get out of this. They drop down and Ambi finds one. Up top it's Dinks towards heaven, but not really too much more to do. Vodafone Giants 6-3. They're going to flood on through. Not quite able to guard the cross there as well for the Vodafone Giants, and they will be allowed in. Hoodie getting scanned out. Needs to slow it. David P's there as well. A lot of damage from the shock dart. SSK finds David P, confirms that kill. As Dinks gets it on the crossfire. 12 seconds left, and they need to be worried about Hoodie. Just needs to slow them down just a little bit. Only 1 kill found. Now with 6 seconds left on the clock, they're able to get back in and get that spike planted. The ankles are spotted again. Fancy footwork, not going to help you there. SSK on the triple kill right now. A reign of terror from the Reina. And SSK starts to stand up for the team. NaVi, going to be proud, but Meadow looking to prove to be a thorn in the side here. He falls on back. I feel like this is, again, just going to be looking to be an economic decision. Looking for exit frags. Trying to limit NaVi's economy a little bit more than it already was. But that's not going to be effective. Arch nails it.
Now it's just David P over here in line. Are you going to be able to take both of these 2 players down who are here in A main with him?
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them? I can't count, John.
Goodness me. All right, fair enough. But Arch is just going to be checking the angle nonetheless. They have 3. One of those crosshairs was trained on the right position at the right time. SSK finds another. This is what they brought Rain into the mix for. This is what they were looking for. 5 and 6. And they want to put that 6th up on the board for them. Try and equalize. 2 players still standing. Cloudburst over towards main, controlling these lines.
Last player standing.
Trying to get those peaks with Cloud spots. Ambi, and they know exactly where Fatinho's playing. They have his number to the T. And 6 and 6 is the half.
Go up against here if they do try to pass in through the A site, and especially consider that Tree is being occupied by these defenders. That's going to get smoked off, but it doesn't stop Dinks from getting a kill.
Moving up towards the A site, now swelled on over the Vodafone Giants, getting the plant on in. Retake with 5. There's a flank to worry about, but David P's very far away from this one. All 5 players for NaVi looking close for the retake. Fatinho taken down through the dark cover there. Meadow trying to hold around the side. Has to take care of the darts, and actually David P dealt with on the flank as well. Now it's just Hoodie and Meadow, and now it's just Meadow, but he's not going to be able to get too much more done. NaVi with an excellent fast retake there to be able to close things down. They find those mistakes and they exploit them. A good start to the defense.
See what these Vodafone players do, because you can see the way they're pushing here on mid. The first kill goes to SSK. I don't think David P was expecting him to see him, but Fatinho was there to trade. Looks like Vodafone have pretty much made their way onto this B site. They just got to deal with Arch.
They're going to try and control it there. Arch is going to hold strong for 1, but not for more. And now it's a Spectre and a Bulldog against 2 Spectres. The plant going to be coming in as well. Killjoy and the Astra both playing from the same position. They're trying to push in as 2, trying to swing on the corner. Good sprays from Ambi, nails 2 headshots. Oh, he's chopped to bits with that one.
And Gravity Well's gonna hold Hoodie back a little bit. They managed to get some intel up towards Fruit Market, but you can see that Vodafone now, they're actually turning their attentions over towards A. SSK's kind of cornered here.
We'll be able to take down Fatinho, though, and that's the Knives going down with it. 2 more kills come on through, but Arch able to trade, taken out, and now it's 3 versus 2. Vodafone Giants with 3 in the post plant.
Bot coming back.
And they're coming up against Dinks and Cloud, the Sova, and the Killjoy. Not too long left to go. They haven't really got control of A main right now, and there's no real way they can block it. A really solid position for David P. If there's one way he's going to do it, it's going to be from there, but it's traded off. And the time should be just right for Dinks to be able to get this defuse.
Yeah, he's got it.
Now they're going to try and put the... oh, no. Goodness me. Every ult's getting thrown at the wall to see what sticks here. the Killjoy, dropping it, and there goes the spike. 2 kills for Vitinho up on that jet. 3 versus 3 now. As the lockdown has timed out. Spike did get planted. It's fairly open towards A main. Those stars need to be good, and underneath, it's Meadow in hell. As Dino pushes through with the judge. There we go, looking for more. Swings out wide, gets the range, but can't quite land the spray. The shot's not there, and Vodafone Giants rest it back in their control. A 9th on the board. But it's just not going to work yet. And the retake just slowing down for NaVi. They block off A main. And I think I kind of like this one. They have control over a position that's been historically pretty hard for them to deal with on these pushes, but Vodafone Giants don't let it slip. Meadow with 2 and a 3rd as well. They hold out. The crossfire is strong, and Vodafone Giants nailed the 11th. Not going to get blinded, but Dinks actually evades it. Steps back, a little bit disciplined. 15 seconds. This is not a lot of time to play with for the Vodafone Giants. They need to get up onto site. There's a player up top to deal with, and Dino isn't going to have a bullet find him until right towards the end. Cloud also finding a pick here. 4 seconds. This is a crucial spike plant as well coming through. 3 versus 3 as the Vodafone Giants enter the post plant. Shots landing pretty significantly over towards the Vodafone Giants as well. But now they can start to cinch this one in. Wrap it around and try and tie it up in a pretty old bow as David P and Hoodie find the shots they're looking for. And another to boot. Cloud gets 1. It looked maybe a little bit hairy, but now it's 4 versus 4. Vodafone Giants move over towards the A, try and drop down towards Dino, who's holding, spots the shots and gets 1. Hoodie able to trade it, but Dinks is there, further deeper into hell and gets a 3rd on the round. Flicks for another one, but it can't quite come off. Coutinho now with the spike, 25 seconds to play with, needs another pick here, but can't quite get it done. And NaVi answer back. They hold out the map for now.
See the setup here from Vodafone. There we go. Coutinho's in. They look to make their engagement.
30 seconds left.
They'll be starting to push on through the cyber cage, and NaVi find 2 to kick things off. Looking for another, but Meadow shuts it down. SSK trades off. And now 2 players left for Vodafone Giants. Meadow not done. Looking for more, controls those sightlines, but they don't have the spike. They've only got 12 seconds. It's all onto Meadow. Controlling the high ground as well. Tries to fake for the spike plant. There comes the Hunter's Fury, and it's going to delay things even further. They don't have time. They need to stick it. There's just not enough.
1 enemy remaining.
And the Vodafone Giants are going to let it slip. Meadow with a 4K on the round, but it is not enough. NaVi are going to be able to win this one. You played a little bit close to the wire, but in comes the Hunter's Fury. They invest it early. Tactical timeout. Strats discussed. And they're going to clear out the site, move through. But the first kill goes the way of SSK. That's not what they wanted to see. Vitinho evens the scoreline. Moves in with the knives and can't quite get it done. Another 2, a 3rd as well. Arch able to rack them up. And NaVi shut down Vodafone Giants' chance to be able to take it there. And then they're going all the way. Geo move forwards into this. Are you crazy? The Vodafone Giants are going to try and take out the lockdown, and it's not going to get destroyed. Not yet. Oh, finally able to swing on it, and Hoodie gets a kill, but 13 seconds, and NaVi find 2. NaVi staying alive as SSK lands the shot. 8 seconds and counting. Now 2 versus 2, but is there time? 5 seconds and ticking. You need to nail it, and with that final kill, that's all they needed to do. Cloud racks up a 3rd for good style, and it is 12 and 12. It's going to overtime. Moving on up, Hoodie. Oh, this is brutal. If he swings at the right time. Oh, doesn't quite get the shots. Looks for the spray. The lineup's good. Hoodie with 2. They knew he was there, and they still couldn't do anything about it. Only 1 left, and it's a triple kill. 1 versus 3. Vodafone Giants hold out on B on their defense. David P with the last one, and 13 and 12 once again. It's ticking down. SSK tries to move forwards for NaVi, but he's getting slowed. Dinks finds 1, tries to flick for the 2nd spray. David P lands 2, and the 3rd, it's all Meadow. And he will be running through fields of wheat to victory there. 14 and 12. Vodafone Giants take Ascent for map 1. They're able to get the game either way, but fast over to the A, getting this plant down. Fair enough, you know, it's freeze. I'm generally going to see a lot more retake strategy coming in through, especially from a slower team like NaVi. And they are going to start to mount their retake. They've already lost a player, though. Meadow traded off. Vodafone Giants starting to fall. They are going to trade 1, but it's just going nowhere near where they want it to go. And NaVi moving in. Abby last to face, but there's 3. He jumps around the corner and bites off way more than he can chew. Good retake coming through from NaVi.
Interesting to me too as well. Also bear in mind that Vodafone have decided to go for something of a force here. SSK getting the first kill though. He's carrying the Phantom into this round.
seems to be the meta in this matchup. The force buy into the second round, but NaVi have a no part in it. They will take their lead from this one as a 4K from SSK to close it down. Really nice hold over on the A. Gonna be sort on out. Figured that one the other day when after I said seek, I was like, it's not alright. I said sort instead, and it's gonna sort them right out. SSK trying to get a trade. Hoodie able to go 1 for 1, but Meadow gets the double-double. As Cloud is traded off yet again. 3 versus 3 now. NaVi looking to try and go for the retake. We'll be able to bounce off there, look for the pressure on this post plant, but 12 seconds, 10 and counting.
10 seconds
trying
left.
to get the damage on in, and NaVi now have some really strong angles. They stopped. Oh, they didn't manage to stop the plant just out in time, but that's a kill either way. And now Cloud can look for more. Flashed out fully, and Hoodie evens it up yet again. Fatinho echoes in, and the post plant looking strong, but SSK still riding high, and it's a 4K for SSK against the Rifles. And NaVi keep it alive. 4-0 on Breeze. Blade Storm invested already by Fatinho. Do they check SSK's position? I think they just took down the Owl drone there. 1 for 1 so far, and it's not ideal right now for NaVi to be playing in these spots. Dino able to escape from the purview of the Bolt, but not from the Seekers. In the meantime, though, NaVi rally and cry. And then around the corner, the Vodafone Giants continue to frag. Goodness me. Even with these pistols, they're still pretty brutal. Hoodie, I mean, he closed out the last one with a cheeky little triple. And he wants more here. Arch might just come a cropper, going for the double face, and Hoodie gets a triple as well here.
Now it's just Dings. He's got to deal with this post plant. And
Chin
with
shot.
not much information either. Not much life. Finally, Giants put a round on the board.
You're not going to force the defenders away, sure, but the retakes, we've seen them from NaVi. They are strong today. A bit less strong. Fair enough.
Yeah. And the Seeker's going to be coming out from Vodafone Giants. Cloud shut down one of them as they try to move on in. They need to get this retake. The kill from David P from behind, but the trades are coming in. Puts it in a 2 versus 2.
Dino with a 180 skull clicker. That's going to be felt in the morning. Gets another one as well on the swivel. Picks up the Phantom, and now it's just Meadow. Trying to play for this retake, and they're not giving it away. Meadow tries to control it, but the Vodafone Giants lose control, and Dino should be able to stick this defuse. There's plenty of time left. And adapts NaVi have to the start of Breeze, certainly on the defense. Dino spots out 2, gets the bolt in as well, and the Hunter's Fury should be a kill there. Very little way to get out of that one. Cloud covers the cross, and that's the spike dropped as well. Still a player to worry about. The spike getting planted up close. It's Dinks around the corner. Spots Meadow. NaVi haven't taken a lick of damage there. Only 10 over towards SSK, but they're going to get revealed. It's going to get bolted out. And Ambi, what can you do? The answer's nothing. SSK, Lee around the corner, and the retake's good. Who gets the defuse? They're going to give it over. Now Arch has to be on the swivel. Shuts the door as soon as it's open there. Oh, gets caught right in the back as well. So unfortunate. David P trying to inflate that ultimate from the sidelines, but it is going to be denied for Arch to take that position and control it. Moving on in. There's not a lot of time, though. And with 4 players only left for Vodafone Giants, they have to keep it on trucking. 20 seconds left now. They're going to keep on racking up those frags. Cloud, last player standing, and so is there such thing as a bit of devastation?
Yes.
Isn't that just a bit of... Isn't it more accurately... I'm not entirely sure it would do, but Vodafone Giants, they want to stop anyone sneaking away past the openings, and now 3 players stand. SSK, ever watchful. Here's the vent. We'll be able to clap back over towards David P. There's the recon bolt, and they'll know he's faded away around the corner, probably not crossing that open ground, so they can isolate his position. Excellent game awareness there to know exactly what was going on. Fatinho gets the shot through the wall, and they're even spraying down towards Connector. Arch takes a tickle, 2 players survive.
You know what that felt like? It was like they were slowly encroaching onto the A side.
To try and cut off some of these NaVi rotations. Has backup as well. Arch swings, and Hoodie gets the better end of the deal. Through the wall, Hoodie gets another wall bang. And now they can start to move around the side. 2 players are there. Dinks, the most recent to fall. 2 players alive. And it's the full save. They want to save this operator. I mean, fair enough. You want to close it down. Oh dear, Hoodie with a triple. And now flash around the side. Dino not going to get affected by it, but there's the dog. Only the Guardian. Difficult to play up close. And Meadow shuts it down. No save in sight for NaVi. Yeah.
You're really leaning into this Marshall idea. You got one Vandal, so you got like one guy in the middle who's just normal.
Dear, Fatinho nails the first shot over onto Dinks. And SSK now breaching through, looking for some more shots, but it won't happen. SSK will fall. Meadow traded, and Hoodie as well, finding a double over towards the spawn, and now it's just Arch. Looking for anything
Spike planted.
into this round in the post plant. Maybe just looking for exits here. I mean, there's not much more you can do in this situation. The ult's stacking up. And what more value can you get? You know you're going into the last 2 rounds, so the economy's pretty much decided.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very risky position that they're in right now, because on the side of NaVi, sure, you could invest the Empress from SSK,
and they will be denied the presence on the site. The Spike moving up. They don't have the Viper pit just yet. David P, he misses the first, goes to the second, and then picks up the first back. And the old switcheroo is going to work on out for him. 2 players left standing for NaVi. You're worried about it, and that has come to pass. It will bring to bear those worries, and the Spike getting planted now needs to be retaken. Cloud with the first shot. Seeker's actually invested here as well. We'll try and block some of the shots from the operator, but David P on the back lines. They'll know about it. There's a Seeker there, so they start to push on forwards with the Empress. There's a lot invested actually coming through. Cloud isn't controlling the angle, and it's a clean 6 and 6 in the last round and a half. Remains to be seen. All the way up through the bridge, through the tube. And the flash is out, trying to take control in a swell over A. Fatinho playing close, actually getting dropped fairly low there. SSK with the first frag over towards Meadow, looks for more and finds the head. Now at range, it's Dino as well to chime on in. And the Vodafone Giants, they're going to have to back off here.
Guiding light, so Hoodie knows that there's someone nearby. Gets SSK. He doesn't quite know where Arch is at the end. So, yeah, NaVi, they put the first round of this half on the board. There's finally the one that's going down. The Owl drone coming in from Ambi is going to tag that out. Finally, the wall does go up, but not before Arch can actually be killed.
Oh, goodness me. SSK, look at her. Maybe even go down here as well. The Bulldog's good. They pick it up off a body.
No.
Feels like maybe they were just staking that out, keeping that ground so that they could come back and swing on in, and that's exactly what they're going to start to do. SSK goes for 1, but traded off. Hoodie around the corner with the Bulldog, gets a dink, but it's not enough. Cloud down to 10.
30 seconds
and
left.
they will start to get swung on themselves. Meadow able to move in, get one more frag. Cloud is low, so they need to be careful. Shock dart not going to tickle. Checking those angles, looking for shoulders, looking for anything that could give it away. Around the corner, he sees a knee, and Arch is going to fall. There's the dart, back into the Cloudburst. Excellent use of cover there, but there's not too much time left in the day. 2 players left standing, and it's Cloud who's on a big flank. Able to hold it down. Meadow taps it on out, goes for the challenge, will find 1. Looks for more around the side with the classic, but can't land the shots. And has to fade away. NaVi chime back in, 8-7. Doesn't mean that everyone's going to take the time to go and investigate. I'm sure. Well, the best headshot for Hoodie on the push. Be able to control SSK. Just trade it out. Cloud finds what he's looking for. Going to get darted out. Oh, David P caught the cross. Out in the open. Dino makes short work of that one. Vodafone Giants flagging a little bit, but Fatinho ever present with this operator. On somewhat of an awkward buy for the rest of the team, though.
No hard
It's going to hurt. Ambi was in the Owl drone as well, so no chance of seeing that one. I think sneaks under the purview. Fatinho now with quite a lot to do. Meadow, 8 HP and only a Sheriff. Push needs to come in. Yeah, I think you do just save this operator. There's a rifle right on the other side of that screen. That's exactly what Meadow was moving forwards to try and get. Using that Viper wall, they'll be able to save a little bit more money into the next.
Been since that was the round. I think that was it. So it definitely saves them a lot of money considering the fact they're going to have to buy up those remaining weapons.
Puts them away. I'll have to wait for it. Nade. Snipe will not be able to land. Cloud lands the headshot instead. It's traded. The NaVi come out on top. 3 versus 3 now. Overall, and quicker on the draw. It's Cloud yet again. Starting to pop off. Seekers now invested after coming online. The spray downs are good, and Cloud will finally fall to the snake bite. Ambi gets another. And now it's 1 versus 2 for Arch. We said he needed to step up a little bit more. Spots the Viper. We'll be able to shut down the Viper pit. Did get tapped. Oh, and the stop on the defuse there is crucial. Gives the game away. The footsteps, but Arch steps up. And big time as well. NaVi up to 11. Which is quite interesting. I mean, given that you're playing on the Jet, normally you see them topping the tables. And it feels like he's been having some impact frags as well coming through, but for now, it's just not really being brought to bear. Moving on up towards the A, claiming that ult orb. And again, leaving David P across the map. Wondering when are they going to come B? Don't even have the Viper's pit to be holding on. They busted that one out in the last round. Cloud just nails two. Looks for a third. Meadow puts an end to it. But SSK still going. And the spike looking to get planted now. NaVi, they want the map point here on Breeze. We talked about how both of these teams maybe not super confident on this map, but for now, NaVi certainly sitting head and shoulders above. 7 to 11, really dicey scoreline to be sure, and with another kill going over, but Meadow racks up 2 more, 13 HP's not going to be enough though when you swing on that. The Vandal lands the headshot, and it wouldn't even mattered if you had full. 7 to 12.
Match point.
Oh, they're going to start making their initiation here onto B, led by the Hawks, but it's David P to get that opening kill as he backs off into the site.
I know exactly where.
Taken on down, 2 players already falling. Meadow doing so much work trying to keep this one going. I mean, I said maybe the Killjoy isn't the best pick, but the guy playing it is pretty good as well. You have to be worried. 2 players now standing for NaVi, trying to boot their way up to the B site, but Dinks moving through. 3 bullets left in the magazine, so needing to land those headshots. Only 13 seconds. Slow for NaVi as ever, but with just 12 seconds left, they will be starting to go for it. A lovely little headshot there coming through. Dino finds another, and now it's just Vitinho. Has a Vandal himself, trying to move around the side. I think they know he's onto site, and now into a 1 versus 1. Vitinho low, and the spray goes the way of Dinks to bring NaVi to a 13-7, and we're going to our map number 3.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's actually happening!
Dinks is moved by the paint shell, blinded out by the paranoia. Vitinho swings, and the Vodafone Giants, with their mid control in the pistol, have the ankles taken out, but they will get to A, and the spike will get planted.
Spike planted.
Finally down. You've just got these last few players of NaVi who are trying to feed themselves in. Dino gets a kill, which is nice. It's going to help them reconvene at some point as they're so spread out here. There's the engagement on ramps, goes the way of Cloud, and they're getting ever closer to actually moving on in, but Vitinho, he doesn't want that to happen.
Last player standing.
Traded off though, Arch able to find another, and Vitinho is low, 14 HP. They know his location, they know where he is, and the retake is good. NaVi come thundering back to A and reclaim what was once theirs. 1-0 to start things off. Playing up close, they've got the range of those sheriffs as well. First trade, it goes both ways, and Dino comes out on top, but Meadow shuts it down, and another found as well. 3 kills against NaVi. Meadow, Hoodie, and David P standing tall. Spike moving back towards Garage, though.
Start to encroach. There's the first kill.
Finds a second as well. 1 versus 1, and SSK able to clutch it down as well. NaVi, 2 versus 3 on the second. Get the retake of Vodafone Giants. It felt like that was theirs. Ramen. B-side getting peeked, but Dino's there with the judge, and there's no way you get it past that. 2 kills on the trot. Lickety split, no trouble. Arch swings out on top of the wall as well and finds Ambi. There's another player there waiting, and David P able to find the kill, but at the cost of a little bit of health. Doesn't have control of the spike. Instead, sends Meadow back to try and wrest that one into their hands.
To push up a little bit, because Giants have no choice but to really go this way. There's the first kill, there's the second. That's all it took for NaVi to put their 3rd round on the board. Looking really clean.
They still left the spike in defender spawn. Ambi finds another though, and again they find themselves in the numbers advantage with 38 seconds.
Well, actually, the alarm bot didn't go off, and now Dinks versus Meadow here. It goes the way of Dinks. Somewhat scrappy fight over ropes there. 2 versus 2. Now NaVi, they've got to prove how their retake's going to be here. So far, it's starting off pretty good.
3 for Ambi on the round. Tailwind away. Dinks is low. It's dangerous. Already 4 on the round. And Ambi able to get it done. A win on the cards for Vodafone Giants. And on a thrifty round as well. They only bought Sheriffs into it. Drop down. A site on the cards now. Killjoy utilities there, and there's the neural theft as well. They'll know where the defense is. They can make their plan. Oh, a beautiful wall to stop Cloud from getting anything done. Finds it. Nonetheless, Abby goes down to it. It's a 2-for-2 trade. There's not a lot of time left. The spike yet to be planted. 6 seconds, and they finally are going to start that plant sequence going on through.
Backed off a little bit, but decided to return back to A. You know, the only thing that was really deterring them from making that push in through A heaven was an alarm bot. And when you've got... Look at this really big lurk that David P's going on as well, because they know that these defenders are going to be up towards screens. They're going to be up in spawn. If he can come and sandwich them from behind, especially when they've got this wall to deal with as well. I mean, this could be a very effective pincer technique here. Even if he just gets one, but he doesn't even need to. It's Hoodie who clears them all up. Vodafone Giants put their third round on the board to even things out.
You've still got to worry about David P on that flank. Coming in for the retake, though. They're going to load it up with the lockdown. Won't isolate all of the site, though. They have to be worried about that. There's the showstopper to try and speed things up, but Meadow finds 2 for Vodafone Giants. With the retake looking to try and put pressure on. Both players can sit at the back of the site, but Coutinho's holding strong. Arch trades, and Arch gets 2 as well. Breaks the trap wire. Dino goes down to Meadow in the meantime, and Arch now last standing. David P's flank finally comes to bear, and despite the lockdown, it's going to be another round going through for the Vodafone Giants. The shots land. Arch able to find the first pick. Coutinho now pushing up in main.
30 seconds.
Now playing the stars. Spray downs come through, and Arch gets a second as well. Fast out with a blast pack. Dino gets 1. Hoodie again continuing to rain down. NaVi looking at answer back here. 20 seconds on the clock. The spike down over in B heaven, and there's really nothing doing here for Vodafone Giants. They're trying to move through, but they're only going to be able to get a couple kills if that. Cloud finds yet another headshot in the game, and David P drops the dark cover, trying to hold on to the gun. Gets the spray at range, but it's traded off. SSK closes down the round, and NaVi pick up a 4th. Able to land it. Get rid of that Killjoy util as well. Try and move straight on through it. And there goes the neural theft. They'll know where the defense is, and they can start to ping on through. Move on to the fights. Try and gather those rotates, and look at that. That's exactly what they'll do. David P moves in, and caught with a knife out. Cloud will fall. It's going to rain on his parade as Dino tries to swing the same corner and meets the same fate. Meadow able to land those headshots. Ambi with the knives has one more, but it gets reset and lands yet another. Triple kill on the round. The right click to seal the deal. Add insult to injury. Beautiful stuff from the knives of Ambi. And out comes the showstopper on the defense. Cloud trying to stymie the flow of players towards the site, but the spike already getting invested. Traded off 1-for-1. Ambi gets another, and David P doubles up towards the spawn. And now it's just Cloud who gets taken apart. Vodafone Giants break the curse, and we're going 7 in the first half. They're not stepping out, not one jot. Trading back and forth again. Hoodie checks the angle, but this time Dino's ready and waiting. Drops back in. There's a teammate at his back as well. 32 HP as Meadow finds 1, 2. Now lines up for the last. SSK last standing for the defense. NaVi on their last legs in this round and in this half as well. It's 8-4. Vodafone Giants go strong out of the first half.
Looking to make their mark in the EMEA scene and hopefully internationally and beyond. And then Giants, who are this self-proclaimed gang of misfits, the underdogs of the region, who've really impressed of late.
That's pretty impressive there. SSK able to get 1, 2 as well. Traded off though as Coutinho chimes in with the paint shell and the frenzy.
Yeah, I mean, with that spike down, you've got a little bit of utility for both of these two defending players, but just 4 HP if you're Coutinho.
1 enemy remaining.
Pretty low though. David P from up on top will be able to find 1. Dinks shuts it down with a triple kill. 5 and 8. NaVi take the pistol.
Have most of a real buy. Got a Spectre in there.
Okay, Cloud wasting no time in the round going down as Coutinho lines them up. David P with 1 as well. Only SSK able to answer. In the meantime, goodness me, I think that was protection from the robot there. Gonna be good as Ambi finds SSK. Dino last to go in and will go down last as well. 9 rounds now found for the Vodafone Giants as they answer back in round number 3 of the half. Late control of mid, that's what they were vying for. Falling back, getting some intel. They saw the early wall and they played it like that. An unfortunate blast pack for Cloud means that he slowed down a little bit, but Hoodie's in danger. Needs to be worried. David P around the side as NaVi lose a player, but two are answered back and it's traded evenly across it. Meadow goes low and can't quite find that frag. Two players left now standing for the Vodafone Giants, and NaVi, a crucial round to find. Can't quite close it just now, but the spike getting planted needs to be delayed. Will come out with the knives. Swinging is going to get planted. Goes up on high. Swings for it, but can't quite get the kill. Dino able to shut it down, and NaVi find a crucial round for their tournament lives.
All right, the lockdown's going to be put down over in Garage. It's not going to stop David P from getting it from behind. He can't quite shut down the lockdown, though.
Not quite, and that's going to allow the B Heaven push to come through from the Spike carrier. The Raze and the Sage, but it's going to get spotted out in the crossfire. Spike now in control of the defense. Two players left standing and only one for NaVi. 14 seconds on the clock. It's a tall order, and there comes the showstopper to put an end to proceedings. NaVi go down, and Vodafone Giants 11-7. They take the game back to their tempo.
Defenders have really firm control here of both sites. They have to invest the Cosmic Divide, the attackers, to try and hold back some scrap of defense that they can. And even though they get one kill, there's another for SSK, but they keep being traded.
Patino just answering from heaven, trying to play around this Cosmic Divide as well. Finally swings out, Cloud gets it. Ambi with the operator against Cloud, the last standing for NaVi. They're down and out in terms of money. They're going to be destitute after this one. Ambi around the corner, turns out the pistol, and Ambi wins the duel. It's 12-7 for Vodafone Giants, and they are on the precipice here. The Raze over the top now. The blind comes through. The sprays are there, trying to control the opening. Cloud nails the headshot, but Vitinho starts to spray into the paint shell. Blast pack to stay alive, and it's 1-for-1 so far on a shoddy buy. That's good news for NaVi. They're able to bring things back a little bit, but what more can they do? Ambi needs to hit the shot, and he does. Sprays are good, though, for NaVi. 2 kills go down, and they start to get the plant in. 2 ultimates are available. The res for Hoodie as well, and they will invest it here. Bring back David P. They pick up a Spectre. They look for the drop. There's not a lot of time, Geo. In comes the showstopper as NaVi try and hold on to it. They want to peek out towards screens, slow things down just a little bit, but it's not going to find the damage. Hoodie gets 1. They mount up for more, but the rest is invested as well as Cloud gets the spray. Finds 4 on the round. It could be an ace to close this down, but Meadow going to be the last to face, and there's no time left in the day. Out wide, it's Dino, and he's looking for more. Will fall down to the spike, but it's not going to matter. NaVi stay alive in the 11th hour.
Again, I guess NaVi are going for this very similar approach. Coutinho narrowly misses that shot. He's going to change his position.
Spike down A.
Oh my
huge.
God.
Coutinho finds 2. SSK swings to get the trade, and the spike will go down, but the job has been done. 2 players fall, and it's even Stevens. No res is available. They were both used last time. David P has got the ult. Can try and gather some intel on positions. They might try and move as a wrecking ball. They move down the ramps. 2 players trying to swing. Only a sheriff in the hands of Hoodie. Cloud playing close. Gets spotted and a headshot lands. Beautiful start for Vodafone Giants, and they leave them with 1. Dino goes down, and it's Meadow to close it out. It's NaVi taking a tumble, and the Vodafone Giants come back for the retake. It's the game, it's the match, and it's NaVi getting eliminated. Vodafone Giants stay alive in the lower bracket. Here, the VCT.